A spacetime anomaly has enveloped Kaldir. Kinetic energy is diffused in all directions, and pockets of temporal and spatial irregularity litter the battlefield. Fight through them to take down the shuttles. Alrighty, so we're going to be playing this week's Mutation Mission on the brutal difficulty, and apparently we're going to be playing on the void launch mission. And actually, I just said it's this week's Mutation Mission, but right here at the bottom it says 14 days left. So, I'm not entirely sure if that means that we're not gonna get a new one next week. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. But anyways, let's have a quick look at the rules. So first mutator is going to be diffusion. Damage dealt to enemies is split evenly across all nearby units, including your own. It is split evenly across all units, including your own. So basically, if you deal damage, you're going to be taking damage as well. But it does say, like, I was already leaning towards, for example, someone like Karax or Stukov or whatever, because they're really good on void launch. But considering it says right here that it's damage dealt evenly across all nearby units, I'm gonna make the assumption that someone like Karax with a ton of static defense may be very good, because it doesn't actually include structures, I don't think. Anyway, we got mineral shields as well. Mineral clusters at player bases are periodically encased in the shield, which must be destroyed for gathering to continue. Yes, we have seen this one before. Another point for static defense, because it does take it out rather quickly. And then we got short-sighted. Ooh, this one's more tricky. Player units and structures have reduced vision range. So I've grouped up right here together with Sushi, who told me that Karax is probably going to be terrible because of short-sighted. I'm still gonna give it a try. He's just so very powerful on this mission. As far as my mastery points go, I decided to go with the structure, life, and shields bonus, the repair, beam, healing rate, as well as the initial and maximum Spear of Adun energy, because really what I'm gonna focus on right here is to try and get a ton of static defense while also using the Spear of Adun to my advantage. Alrighty, so here we are on the void launch mission.
Commanders. My fellow scientists have determined that Amon is using Kaldir as a staging ground for his troop shuttles. The warp conduits he uses cannot be attacked, so you will need to destroy the shuttles themselves before they can warp away.
Yep, I was just gonna notice that as well. We can barely see anything.
The central warp conduit is active. Amon will surely attempt to send his shuttles through it soon.
Chrono boost online.
This is going to be a tricky one. This is going to be a tricky one, because my units indeed won't have a whole lot of vision. Look at the vision radius around my probe right now. I can barely see anything. Anyway, I'll go ahead and try and cannon rush my expansion here first and foremost. Yeah, he was going to be playing, he mentioned earlier that he was going to go ahead and play the High Templar from obviously, you know, his commander right here from Alarak. He was going to try and play those, but I think spamming orbs indeed is going to be Look at this! Oh man, this is going to be tricky. Alright, well, I'll try my very best here to get a couple of cannons going. I kind of want to, actually, I should have probably positioned it a little bit differently, to be honest with you. That was not the ideal positioning. But anyway, we should be alright. I wanted to make sure that it actually was going to be able to hit the natural as well. Now, of course, there is going to more than likely be a little bit of pressure too. So this is still not the worst case scenario, but I probably should have considered putting the cannons first in my mineral line, just because it helps out a bunch. I do want to make sure that I get at least a little bit of economy going here for the gas as well, because it is going to make things a little easier. And very shortly, I will be starting up my expansion here. This is going to be a tricky one, though. This is not an easy mission so far. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, Sushi's actually correct here in saying that my units won't have enough vision radius to get a whole lot done. A little worried for that. Apparently... What? Alright, I thought something happened there. Apparently, we do have to be rather careful in that regard. I'll go ahead and saturate the gas here. There is already a mineral shield up. But if it's only a single one, then it's okay with me. And here we go, saving up some resources.
Enemy dares to attack our base.
Is that actually correctly placed? I think it is. I hope it is. I'm not sure. I actually tried to put it down as closely as possible there, but I actually may have positioned it off just a little bit. Now, luckily for me, we don't really need the gases of the natural, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna let Karax deal with the early game pressure, because that's really where he shines a lot. And I also do want to make sure that I get like a cannon going in my mineral line, just in case. He does get... Oh, he doesn't have vision radius there. He doesn't have vision radius to do it. Look at this. He's using the photon overcharge here to try and deal damage. But he's not quite getting it. There we go. He doesn't have vision of the thing. That is such a mess. Well, Alarak will be out here soon, so it's okay. Alrighty. So there we go. Finally, I've got some defenses here at home. I will be able to start using my... I'll go ahead and start up with the optimized ordnance here, I think. And we'll try and put up some cannons for the initial aggression. But we do need to make sure that we put up some pylons or something in the front just to get some additional vision radius. Because otherwise my units and, you know, also his overcharge is just not going to shoot. It's just not going to shoot. We do want to upgrade the Spear of Adun here as well. Do have the double gas going. And I'll try and help him out there as well. Get him a mineral, or like a gas, or rather a cannon right there in the mineral line. Okay.
Hostile forces are approaching us. Break them.
Can I reach that? Nah, that's not quite gonna reach. That is unfortunate. I have to spend quite a lot of early game resources here in trying to do anything in that regard. I do have my Chrono Search ready to go. I do want to grab myself the solar efficiency level 1 here. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate my Chrono Searcher, which will increase a lot of the research. Very good. And so far it's okay. So far it's nothing too terrible. We're gonna get quite a lot of extra income right now, because I did spend a lot of resources there on getting myself some additional probes out as well. And at this point we are already in a really good position to continue, you know, tacking up and all that. But we do need to make sure that we get ourselves at least, you know, some static defense out here for the main objective very shortly. I have to make sure that I get myself a gateway. And here we go.
Multiple shuttle launches bearing for the central warp conduit. Destroying them is your main objective.
Okay, here we go. Look at this though. My vision radius is so small. I think I may have to like put like a pylon or something in front just to get vision, because otherwise my units won't be able to see a whole lot. I was gonna go ahead and set those things down as well, but we do need to make sure that we get like a Kaldir and amulet, monolith rather. Yeah, those will be able to. Well, actually, their range usually is insanely good, but I'm not sure. I'll go ahead and try and set up a shield battery here as well once this gateway finishes. They are very helpful too. And I hope with that we're gonna be all right. Now, usually they can be used for vision too, as they do have quite a lot of shielding.
An incoming enemy attack. They are moving swiftly.
Okay, here we go. Try and get myself the upgrades here too. And at that point I should be able to start upgrading my Spear of Adun once more. Okay. Let's see. So here's the objective coming in. Yeah, that's just fine. That's actually fine. That's actually fine.
Shuttles are no more.
Oh yeah, that's totally cool.
Wow. Was the enemy expecting mercy?
That was actually really good.
Naga shrines nearby are reacting to Amon's armies. Researching them may provide useful intel.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go over there and set up some cannons already. I'll try my very best here to get as many of these upgrades too. And we'll chrono boost out those two buildings here, because they will more than likely be good. Now here we go. Alarak actually being nice enough here to escort my little probie dude. We don't care too much for the bonus objectives. Generally speaking, they're not really, you know, any of our main objectives. Well, they're quite literally called a bonus objective. Ooh, I could barely see my probe there. Alright. So I put like a line of cannons out first. Usually this is going to be, yeah, there we go. This is going to indeed be the second objective here as well.
It is attempting to flee. We will need to move quickly.
There we go. And if I put my shield batteries here in front, that actually works out quite nicely, because they will still be able to reach my cannons, or at least my monoliths from here, and they tank a lot of the damage, plus they give vision radius. Like, these things are actually surprisingly good when it comes to like staying alive here. I do need to get a Twilight Council here as well. Yeah, just double checking there.
I do not take kindly to intruders.
Okay.
Our enemies will learn.
Now, we're not too worried about the bonus objective, like I said. This may be a little bit disappointing for these things. I could go ahead and activate my cooldowns here, but I think we already have plenty of trouble as it is with the main objectives. I'll go ahead and set up shop over here too. I can use my my Spear of Adun, of course. Spear of Adun is stupid strong at this point. There are going to be some units apparently here in the center as well, but Spear of Adun absolutely shredding through that. I mean, I think so far, considering we have enough vision range, this is looking totally good. This is looking totally legit. I'll keep on upgrading here, actually. We'll go for, you know, as many of these upgrades for our Spear of Adun as we can. Look at that! Brilliant! We actually already have a super powerful setup going. So far, it's looking brilliant. I don't know if it is, like, going to be like this for the remainder of the game, but so far, this certainly is looking pretty solid. There are going to be some units here in the center as well. Of course, Alarak has to be careful because he can accidentally kill his own units if he's not. Okay. I just need to make sure that I put my shield batteries like not too far forward either. You can see like the radius at which they can still hit. And that gives quite a bunch of, you know, solid vision. Alrighty, we got a really nice setup. This one looks pretty. This one looks horrible. The one here on the left looks pretty good. But we can start saving up some resources here. Once again, gonna use my Chrono Search here. We really want to try and simply just get all of these upgrades. I mean, the upgrades are incredibly good. I'm not gonna worry with any units. I could go for like... No, I don't really need a sentry, to be honest. Like, the sentries are good, don't get me wrong, but they're also sometimes a bit of a pain to activate. Okay. Now, this wave is probably going to be a little bit bigger, but we already got a lot of units.
Another warp conduit has been activated. A wave of shuttles is headed toward it.
I'm really, like, spacing out these units a ton. Do want to try and keep nuking down as many of those encasings as we can too, but they're not really having too many of them. I'll try and set up like a... Oh, he's already got his own pylons, or his own cannons set up in his base. That's cool. Look at the amount of units that we got over here. Alarak's army is looking real powerful too. But next wave, there are gonna be several at once that will activate, and we do need to make sure that we get enough resources for those. Getting my solar efficiency here, trying to get my shield levels 2 here as soon as I can too. But other than that, I'm pretty sure I got the vast majority of the most powerful upgrades already. Obviously, the shields really still helps out a lot as well, because they will make my units stay alive much longer. I'll put down one more of these things. Okay. Well, here we go. We got a good setup, right? As long as we get vision now, it's all good. Looks like we found his units. I do have my major cooldowns here ready to go as well. And here we go. Well, so hard. This is so difficult. we were like talking for a good couple of minutes trying to figure out what good strategy we would be figuring out, but
get a team to that shrine.
Oh no, now we're gonna get a whole lot of encasings, but so far I can't really complain about this though. So far I cannot really complain about any of this. I'll try and set up some more static defense, I suppose, and you know, make sure that we get some more cannons set up, because they seem to be awfully powerful. Big wave is obviously gonna be near the ending as well, right here in the central part. Okay. Okay, I think that's about enough for this end.
It appears that 2 warp conduits are active.
Alright.
Multiple waves of shuttles are in transit.
And as long as we, like, you know, keep on mining, that makes things way easier. I also have got, like, full energy here on the Spear of Adun. May very well be able to just easily do this bonus objective now here as well. I may be putting down too many pylons, I'm not sure. I got beam for center, so we should be okay here. He does kill a bunch of his own units though because of the diffusion, but okay. I got my purifier beam here for the central part, and as long as we can, should I even bother with robotics facility here? I'm not sure. Okay, once again, trying to target fire down all of these things, and well, at this point, most of these things are totally dealt with already. And I'm gonna go ahead and activate my purifier beam here while also dealing damage in the central part. Now, there are a lot of units here, apparently. A lot more than actually in the previous waves. But we still should have this all killed with still relative ease.
Scans confirm
there we go.
shuttle's destruction.
Good.
Well done, warriors.
Good.
Well done indeed.
Thank you very much, Karax. Appreciate your feedback, dude. And at this point, like, I mean, I can really start building up more static defense pretty much everywhere. There's a bunch of cannons set up now as well for my ally, for Alarak. All right, after these, I'll just start waiting. All right, because actually it's gonna be central part, or it's actually gonna be the center now. So really, shield batteries are incredible.
Making its way to an active warp conduit.
Like, shield batteries keep units alive for so much longer than they normally do. A couple of sentries wouldn't hurt, to be honest. A couple of sentries wouldn't hurt. They are still extremely helpful. I'll get sentries instead of like my robotics bay. I don't really think I need to worry about like level 3 here. Can I fit like a monolith anywhere? Alright, fine, right there. Maybe my base building is not the prettiest, but it's certainly efficient. Okay. There we go. For some reason, it seems like this one is either really quickly taken care of, or the rest of them is already... it's already dealt with as well. Turns out, the Mind Blast on the Ascendants is pretty good. It is pretty good. Oh man, it's pretty bad for my frame rate. But other than that... there we go. And, well, there's one more over in this direction. And there's a whole lot of static defense waiting for it. Are you kidding me?
A shameful and cowardly day.
Are you kidding me? This is so clean. Like, we're really not running into any issues whatsoever. He's just busy teleporting his army around to the different places on the map. But I've got so many resources here ready to go as well. I think I'll warp in some sentries. And I'll put up some probes in the different areas on the map. But really, like... the sentries will basically speed up the attack speed of a lot of these units as well. So if we can get a couple in each of the areas, that would be fine. Well, that one is never even gonna get there, is it? Okay. I guess I'll just set up a lot of static defense just for the final wave when they activate all at once.
Another wave of shuttles is headed for a warp conduit.
Okay.
And it is moving quite rapidly. Our response will have to be just as swift.
It's okay, Karax. Don't worry about it, dude. I mean, Alarak is quite literally taking out the opponent's player's bases right now, or the computer bases, rather.
Our research vessel is ready. We're moving out now.
So we did get one of the research vessels, by the way, escorted all the way to safety. The other one, not quite yet. I'm thinking right now that is pretty much exactly where Azure is currently headed to. Alrighty. I mean, I once again got pretty much full Spear of Adun energy,
Enemy
right?
force is en route to our position.
Okay, so apparently units are going this way right now. I won't win any awards for aesthetics here, but it certainly is efficient.
Your base is becoming a liability.
Ooh, that's a lot of units, though. Doesn't matter. That is so much damage. These little dudes right here, Ascendants, they are pretty powerful. They're very difficult to control, don't get me wrong. They are not the easiest units, but they certainly are effective at what they do. Now, it turns out Alarak is apparently currently headed to the bonus objective, which is fine, because I can deal with those things without even them getting remotely close to the warp conduit. Yeah, there is some activating over there, but nothing too terrifying. Alright. And just attack moving between all of these objectives. There's a bonus objective. Taken care of. And while his units do take damage, I mean, that's literally what Alarak is made for, right? For taking damage. Now, he's gonna have to defend there for a little bit. I can try and take those out. Makes things a little easier. And once again, the one in the center is going to be activating here instead. I don't really need this many pylons, to be honest. I'm already building up pretty much everywhere. Where are they gonna go? Like, look how much static defense I have. I'm pretty sure this is one of the few...
We must make haste to prevent their escape.
I'm pretty sure this is one of the few commanders that could actually go ahead and solo this. Like, this mission. Because honestly, Karax is incredibly strong here. I mean, this is not even gonna get through either, right? Like, not even remotely. Sure, it might do a little bit of damage and all that, but... as long as they're not getting the warp conduits through, it's all good for us. It's all good for us. Now, this one is looking a little low. Currently, Alarak is in the center, so I'll try and hang out over here for a little bit. That is me out of resources. Don't have a whole lot remaining. Can I can't see it. Come on. Pro, you, sacrifice your life. For ire. Get vision. Get vision, dude. There you go. Oh, come on. Sentry then. Sentry, you get vision. There you go. Perfect. That was a little trickier than we wanted it to be, but look at this. Oh my god, so much additional damage. And I mean, we got two of the bonus objectives as well. 0 have escaped.
A well-deserved victory. The shuttles have been eliminated.
I don't know if our, like, commander selection turned out to be absolutely brilliant on the first attempt, or if this mission is just a little bit more tricky, because I was thinking of all the different commanders, right? Considering you're gonna be sharing a lot of the damage to your own units, obviously someone like, for example, Rainer or Nova would, or whatever, would be more difficult to make work, but I'm not gonna lie, it seems like Karax and Alarak works like an absolute charm. Well, there we have it. Gotta get at least a level. I mean, I would be real surprised if I don't. There we go. And we almost ended up getting a second level right there as well with 237,000 total experience. Now let's have a quick look. How many units did I produce? 62? Really? I still produced 62 units? I guess I lost a couple of probes in the process, so I had to replace some of those. Damage dealt to shuttles, 17,000. The Mind Blast also doing a heck of a lot of damage. And all things considered, I mean, this turned out to be pretty amazing. So once again, my man Karax saving the day. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I will have a look if there is another co-op mission, like another mutation mission available next week. If there isn't, of course you will still be able to expect co-op videos because I really enjoy playing this. I've currently actually been leveling up quite a bunch of Swan, so I may very well make some videos for him. I already got a couple of ideas for that. But as it is right now, like, there's simply just not... you know, as far as I know, like, there's just simply not gonna be another mutation mission next week, as it does say, like, 14 days remaining for the next one. So, either way, if you are interested in watching more content, do make sure you hit that like button down below, but more importantly, make sure you subscribe so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. And while you're at it, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Links are in the description. I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you in the next one.